CBS47 Action News Jax starts right now.
Developing right now, we're learning more about a local mother killed in a chain reaction involving 3 cars and 2 horses. Crews worked for hours on US 301 South in Nassau County last night.
And you are getting a new look at a new picture just into Action News Jax of that local woman with a 15-year-old girl who was in the car when the crash happened. We're told that the 15-year-old was taken to the hospital, but she has since been released. Welcome to Action News Jax at noon. I'm Dawn Lopez.
And I'm Courtney Cole. Action News Jax Megan Moriarty, she joins us live where that crash happened. And Megan, you actually spoke to the father who says they were coming from a play audition.
John, we spoke with the father this morning, and he explains to me that his wife and his daughter were coming back from a play audition last night, and they stopped here on US 301. They stopped near the southbound side over onto James Lane. Now, you can see some debris that's still left over. We're not sure if it's exactly attached to this crash, but you can see debris scattered almost all across the road and some skid marks as well. The FHP crash report says a 54-year-old man was driving his SUV down this road when he hit 2 horses that were in the southbound lane. 38-year-old Melissa Hick-Nault and her daughter were driving behind that SUV that hit the horses, and they stopped to help. A 3rd car traveling southbound in the left lane hit one of the horses laying in the road. The car overturned, hit Melissa Nault's car and her as she was standing nearby. FHP is investigating the crash but does not have an update at this time. The 38-year-old's daughter was released from the hospital, and her father says that she's doing okay. FHP says the others involved have minor injuries or they weren't hurt. Now, I just got off the phone with FHP, and they tell me that early this morning they were still trying to determine where these horses came from, and that animal control is now involved. Charges could be pending, but again, they're still investigating this crash, and they're still trying to identify where these horses came from. We're going to have a live update on your Action News Jax at 5. Reporting live, Megan Moriarty, CBS 47, Action News Jax.
Action News Jax is working to learn the name of the man shot and killed by Jacksonville police off of Fort Caroline Road. Investigators, they spent 11 hours on that street on Caribbean East Court. This was yesterday afternoon. JSO says a man broke into his wife's home and fired a gun. They said he was acting erratically and suicidal, and officers say when he pointed a gun at officers, Officer M.S. Clark fired 1 shot, killing him. This is exclusive video here. This is showing SWAT carrying a ladder. Anthony Scruggs says SWAT formed on his roof behind the suspect's home.
He told me they had a situation. He didn't explain what that situation was, but he said that the person was armed and we needed to evacuate because he didn't want nobody to get hurt.
Now, JSO says that the officer has been with them for 12 years, and this is his first shooting. Action News Jax looked up his history and saw that since 2011, he had 3 citizen complaints.
2 people are under arrest in Clay County this noon. The Clay County School District says that the pair turned themselves in for a break-in at Doctors Inlet Elementary School. School police released a picture yesterday of the burglars they were looking for. You see them here. Detectives didn't say what the 2 took from the school, but they believe that they got away on foot. Those are a couple of good pictures there. This is the only burglary since the school district police department was launched this school year. New this noon, doctors in California are trying their best to treat a woman diagnosed with the coronavirus. Her condition was just upgraded to serious. Right now, they can't tell where she contracted the virus, but they think that she got it here in the United States. California, by the way, has 11 of the 18 confirmed cases on the U.S. mainland. No cases have been reported here in Florida. In the meantime, growing concern about the spread of the coronavirus in the United States as lawmakers rushing to get much-needed money out to local doctors' offices and hospitals. New this noon, Action News Jax Jacqueline Fellas in our Washington bureau with when a deal could be sent to the president's desk.
Federal health officials briefed House members earlier today. Some lawmakers came out of that closed-door meeting saying they're concerned the country isn't prepared. Negotiators are working on an emergency spending plan that could double, if not triple, the amount the White House requested this week. Congressional leaders say discussions are going well, and the goal is to reach an agreement by early next week. The funding would be used for development of a vaccine and treatments for the disease. It would also be used to buy more personal protective equipment and give states additional funding to quarantine people. The president says he put the U.S., quote, way ahead in the battle with the coronavirus. He says restricting overseas flights has slowed any spread of the disease here in the U.S. In Washington, Jacqueline Fell, CBS 47, Action News Jax.
And we are keeping a close eye right now on stocks starting very low again today. Manufacturing coming to a stop overseas because of concerns about the coronavirus that continues to grow. Several companies have issued profit and revenue warnings. Wall Street's so-called fear gauge is sitting at the highest level in 9 years. Tonight, stocks are set to cap the worst week since 2008.
Parents, listen up. These are some important dates I'm getting ready to tell you about regarding school applications. In Duval County, tomorrow is the last day to submit your kids' transfer applications for the next school year. In Clay County, today is the deadline for parents to submit their open enrollment applications. And then in St. Johns County, open enrollment will start on Monday.
The Golden Ray capsized cargo ship in the St. Simon Sound is closer to being taken out of there in chunks. Right now, at least 10 of 80 piles have been driven into the seafloor so far. Then crews will put up the net and booms to help contain debris. They'll begin the process of sawing that cargo ship into 7 sections. Each cut should last up to 24 hours.
The woman accused of killing a Nassau County mother is standing before a judge right now at the Nassau County Courthouse. Action News Jax Alicia Tarancon joins us outside. And Alicia, this hearing is all to help determine whether or not Kimberly Kessler is competent to stand trial.
Right now, the doctor that evaluated Kimberly Kessler is giving his testimony right now in the Nassau County Courthouse. He says based on 3 psychological exams that he gave Kessler and conversations he had with her, he believes that she's competent to stand trial. Kimberly Kessler sat motionless in a neon jumpsuit. Her hands were shackled as the state called the doctor up to the stand to testify. Dr. Graham Danzer works for the Florida State Hospital, where he says Kessler was placed in a dorm with high security that's monitored 24/7. He told the courtroom that Kessler underwent 3 psychological tests to determine whether or not she was competent. Based on her answers, Dr. Graham told the courtroom he believed she is competent and understands the case and the evidence that's been brought against her. He also said that Kessler was not prescribed any medications by the doctors and medical professionals she came in contact with. Dr. Graham told the courtroom that if someone has a mental illness, they would normally be given medication, but Kessler wasn't prescribed any. He also told the courtroom that in the 3 months that he evaluated her, he also found no evidence that she was schizophrenic or delusional. Kessler is the last person believed to have seen Jolene Cummings alive. The Nassau County mother went missing back in May of 2018, and her body was never found, but investigators said they found several notable items at a Georgia landfill. The cross-examination has also started, and right now Kessler's attorney is questioning why his client didn't receive any medication when doctors initially thought that she had a mental illness. We're going to have a live update on this case coming up at 5. Reporting in Nassau County, Alicia Tarancon, CBS 47, Action News Jax.
Tomorrow, voters in South Carolina will head to the polls for the country's next contest in the 2020 election. These are the candidates in the race who have already won delegates. Remember, primary elections decide which candidate will get the official party nomination and appear on the November ballot. The candidate who earns 1,990 wins the nomination. South Carolina has 63 delegates up for grabs. On Tuesday, 40% of the U.S. population will cast votes in primaries for election 2020. It's called Super Tuesday. These are the 14 states participating. Nevada, New Hampshire, and Iowa have already held early contests. The deadlines have passed, by the way, to register for the Florida and Georgia primaries. You can take a look at the candidates' profiles for the Democrats running for office for that position at actionnewsjax.com. Select Election 2020 under the News tab.
Tomorrow, neighbors are remembering a 10-year-old boy who died in a crash on I-10. Friends and family, they're having a celebration of life for Eli Warren from 3 to 6:30 at the Maranatha Church of Jacksonville.
Today, family and friends are remembering this West Nassau athlete killed in a shooting. This is video of a candlelight vigil held Thursday night for 16-year-old Trent Ford. We told you Monday when he was killed in an off-campus shooting. Deputies say 3 suspects are in custody, all of them students at that school, all of them under 18. A viewing will be held today from 5 until 8 at the Anchor Church in Callahan. Fort's funeral is tomorrow at 11 a.m. at First Baptist Church of Callahan.
New at noon, JSO is warning of a scam where someone is posing as one of their own. Police say someone's pretending to be affiliated with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, all in an attempt to scam people out of money. JSO says they will never call you and threaten you or demand money.
It is looking lovely on this Friday, from Jacksonville International Airport to downtown and also even to the beaches. That's Jacksonville Beach right there as the waves crawl and make their way onshore. Coming up, we're going to be talking about the Monster Jam forecast, another freeze, and the warm up ahead in your First Alert forecast.
A vaping ban in the works, and the aim here is to try and stop youth smoking. How the White House is also taking steps to try and stop the epidemic.
What to watch tonight, brought to you by Ashley Home Store.
Welcome back. If you are headed out, look out. They're loud and powerful. There's a monster invasion in downtown Jacksonville. What are we talking about? Well, this is Time Lapse video of crews setting up for this year's Monster Jam show for this weekend. Action News' Jack's Beth Russo shows us why the drivers who just rolled into Jacksonville for this year's event say the River City is one of their favorite stops.
Tens of thousands of fans turn out to see these trucks, but very few actually get inside like we are right now and go for a little bit of a ride. The turns, the tricks, and the trucks.
They're what bring fans from all over Northeast Florida to TIAA Bank Field for Monster Jam.
It's definitely an iconic place, you know, for the Jacksonville fans. I mean, it's amazing what they can provide to us.
Action News Jax took you inside the stadium in 2018 when the monster truck competition sold out all of the more than 67,000 seats. Organizers tell me they're set to do the same thing on Saturday.
Every show that we do, it's all about the fans. So what we do out on the floor, it's all about making these people get on their feet, scream and yell, and this building is so electric for that.
Competing drivers say they're expecting a full day's worth of festivities leading up to the show.
We feed off the energy of the fans, and if you're not into it, we're kind of not into it. So here in Jacksonville, I mean, it starts at 7:30 in the morning. They're out there tailgating in the parking lot, so it gets us pumped when we come in for the pit party.
That means they'll have some secret tricks up their sleeves when they hit the course.
I always keep my surprises kind of in my back pocket, but I know the Jacksonville fans are amazing, and I can't wait to show them what we got.
I've talked to plenty of these drivers who tell us that Jacksonville is one of their favorite venues. I'll tell you why coming up on Action News Jax at 5. Reporting downtown, Beth Russo, Action News Jax.
And if you plan to get out this weekend, Action News Jax Derek Odom has the areas you should avoid.
Well, tomorrow, one of the biggest events downtown Jacksonville is happening. It's Monster Jam time again down at the bank, and you know it's going to be a good time, and it's going to be crowded. So prepare for a lot of traffic. Down Bay Street, they'll flip those lanes to eastbound, 3 lanes eastbound, right around 3 p.m. to help that traffic flow towards the stadium. And, of course, like you do for Jags games, try to take the bridge closest to your parking destination. East of the stadium, they take the Matthews and Hart. West, take the Main Street Acosta, come through downtown to help you get to your destination sooner, because it's going to be crowded. Remember past Monster Jams or maybe the Buffalo Jags playoff game a couple years ago, it's going to be a lot of people. Leave early. The gates open at 5. That's when they start to focus on pedestrian traffic, so you want to get in place early. JSOPIO, good Twitter account. The Sheriff's Office will keep you updated on any traffic changes in the downtown area. From the Safe Tech Security First Alert Traffic Center, I'm Derek Odom, Action News Jax.
All right, that's always a good time. Well, the Wounded Warrior Project is helping our veterans get hired through a partnership with CSX. The company is helping our vets learn how to negotiate their salaries, do mock interviews, and get help on elevator pitches. Now, the event this morning was only open to warriors who registered ahead of time. But if you are interested in future events, you can head to our website. We have information for you there, actionnewsjax.com.
The U.S. House is set to vote on a sweeping vaping ban that aims to curb youth smoking. Now, the bill would ban the sale of flavored tobacco products, including electronic e-cigarettes. Now, it would also ban the online sales of e-cigarettes and require the FDA to place graphic warnings on cigarette cartons showing the health effects of smoking. Now, a drastic spike in teens vaping prompted members of Congress to come up with a plan. Now, if you'd like to get some culture into your weekend here locally, you can check out the World of Nations celebration. This looks awesome. So right here on the left side of your screen is a video of past celebrations. And on the right, we're giving you a live look at Metropolitan Park. That's where all the fun is going to go down. The Festival of Arts, Food, and Music, that's going to happen right there on the right side of your screen. The live look of Metropolitan Park. You can showcase your own heritage as well. Attendees are encouraged to dress in their folk attire, and it all kicks off at 10 a.m.
Now, certified Jacksonville's most accurate forecast. Action News Jax First Alert Weather.
I'm Action News Jax First Alert meteorologist Alyssa Pedgick. We are dry on this Friday. This is our 5 sweeps First Alert Doppler HD. Dry in southeast Georgia and dry in northeast Florida. And that's because we do have a dry air mass kind of sticking its feet in the ground, not really moving too terribly much into the southeast, which will leave us with a pleasant weekend as well. I'll be breaking that down for you in a little bit. Temperatures now more comfortable than where they were this morning. Nonetheless, you'll still want that jacket when you walk outside. It's still a little bit brisk, but temperatures are heating up into the mid to upper 50s. Now, Jacksonville 56 degrees, 55 for Kingsland, and also into the mid-50s over by the coast from southeast Georgia and into northeast Florida. Speaking of the coast, this is a beautiful sight. This is Jax Beach right now with our First Alert Sky Cam network. A beautiful clear blue sky and the waters. I mean, it is so clear and blue, and the waves are really slowly making its way onshore. Such a beautiful beach day today. Now, over by the beach, it's 55 degrees with mostly sunny skies, and as we continue on throughout the rest of the day, by around 2 p.m., temperatures are going to be into the upper 50s, so warming up ever so slightly, and then by 5 p.m., we're talking about temperatures going to be, I would say, probably into the upper 50s as well. So we're pretty much going to coast into the upper 50s over the next few hours. I think some can't even make it to around 60 degrees. And those locations today for your high temperatures, they're going to be into the lower 60s, 60 degrees, even over by the coast, some 59 degrees over by St. Augustine and Palatka, 62 as we work our way inland when we're able to see most of the heat of the day kind of sticking to the surface as well. Glen St. Mary, 61 degrees, and Lake City, 60 as well. So a comfortable way to really end out the week. As we check out really the start of this weekend, it's going to be chilly tonight. Temperatures into the 30s and 40s, but will be a little bit warmer than what we woke up to this morning. And on Saturday, we're going to be having some temperatures into the mid to upper 50s as well. So it's going to be a great weekend ahead. As we give a check of your 7-day first alert forecast for your weekend is always in view, an inland freeze on Sunday morning. Definitely a warming trend as well on Monday and Tuesday, and our next chance for rain will be Wednesday night. You can always find the latest forecast by heading to actionnewsjax.com and downloading the free First Alert Weather mobile app. And join us this evening with Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish.
New at noon, Chevy does away with one of its most staple cars, what the company wants to move its focus to instead of making the Impala.
Plus, if you're craving a different snack, and you know you are, it's about lunchtime. To go right along with your coffee, this is for you. After the break, the salt-cured product that Dunkin' Donuts is now offering.
Hey Jacksonville, a new segment called Local Steals and Deals is coming to CBS47, and it's all about showing you new products at big savings. So grab your phone and text the word CBS47 to phone number 65000, and I'll send you everything you need to get the most exclusive deals in town. That's CBS47 to phone number 65000 and be the first to know.
Dunkin' is going for a mix of sweet and savory for a snack that's sure to hit the spot. All right, got a hankering for bacon? I was trying to rhyme there, Courtney. It's called Snack and Bacon, and it's a bag of 8 half slices of bacon with sweet black pepper seasoning on it. That does look good. Duncan says it's for customers on the go who are craving a different kind of snacking choice.
I'm not sure about that yet, Don. Chevrolet is driving the Impala off right into the sunset. The final 2021 Impala is rolling off a Detroit assembly line next Thursday. The Impala was originally produced back in 1953 when it nearly sold 17 million globally. This is part of GM's shift to focus on electric vehicles, which is Chevrolet's parent company.
For those going to the Monster Jam, bring a jacket. Temperatures will sink to the 40s.
And if you're headed to World of Nations, it's actually going to be at the Old County Courthouse on East Bay.
All right, we'll have a great weekend. Y&R is coming up next.